All right, hello everybody out there in YouTube land. This is the artist known as Andrew speaking, and this is the Hero Hour. All right, hello everybody. Just check the volumes and we're good. All right. Oh my gosh, what a craptastically busy, filled day I had today. But I'm here. I am live, and I'm only 6 minutes late. That's better than last time. I wonder if you guys can hear the fan behind me. Hold on a second. Let me turn on the volume. See what it sounds like. That's better than last time. No, maybe not. Okay. Yeah, I just bought a brand new fan for the store. It's just one of those big, shop type fans. And I've got it set up directly on the other side of the room, facing, hitting me in the back, which actually feels wonderful right now. But I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. What up, Kodiak? I know he's there. I know he can hear me. He's on mute. Kodiak.
Oh, I boombirded up. I might have to drop off and come back in. My camera's not working for some reason.
Oh, all right, whatever you gotta do. No problem, no rush.
How is things?
It was a fricktastically busy day today, but
Oh, wow.
so far so good.
Where at? Your job or the market?
Oh no, everything else.
Everything else, yeah.
I'll tell you guys all about it. Oh. Yeah. Actually, I only went into work for 2 hours this morning, so the job was real easy, but it was everything else going on today that was busy as can be. What up, Avery?
What's up?
How's it going, my friend?
Awful.
I'd expect nothing less from you. Nothing less from you.
It's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Things are fine.
Well, so I got off work early.
I'm tired of walking around on stepping on Legos, but
Well, I don't do that.
no, I'm tired of it.
You have Legos at your place?
No, I have plantar fasciitis.
Oh, well.
Oh, God, that stinks.
It's problems from when I worked in the warehouse. I've come back. It's been bothering me for like a week.
Legit, you compared it to the worst pain any man has ever known.
Yeah, it's not so bad in first thing in the morning, but by like hour 4 on my feet, it's like stepping on Legos with every step.
Yeah, that's
Ugh.
They dry out real bad.
It's a tear in the muscle in the heel of your foot.
No bueno.
No bueno. No good. Hey, speaking of no good, I was going to wait till later to bring this up, but I really didn't want to bring it up at all because most likely it'll lead into drama. But did either of you guys listen to Ethan's live stream? Not the last one yesterday, but the one before that, where he was doing a Comicsgate live. And Nasser came in. And all of a sudden, he was talking to Ethan was talking to everybody, and then he started talking to Nasser for a half a second, and then Yellow Flash jumped in and started bitching out Nasser, calling him a punk and a B and all this other stuff. And
I don't know. I've seen some people going at Nasser, but I don't know what it's about.
I don't know either. I don't know either. And I think there was a lot of people in the audience that was like, what the hell is happening?
I've been watching. I've heard some things, and I've been watching Nasser. I think Nasser does some shady stuff. For a while, everybody was just saying he's a kid, but I'm not sure. He's always been nice to me, so I hope it's just people hating on.
I have no idea what's going on.
I had no idea either. And that was the thing. It took me totally out of what was happening, and it took Ethan a few minutes to get everything back under control, and he eventually kicked Yellow Flash.
Dang!
Said this isn't the time to be doing this kind of stuff. And later on, and Nasser hadn't said a word, and Nasser later said, "Listen, Ethan, I'm sorry. I mean, I just came in because you invited me. I'm gonna go ahead and dump." And he jumped out, and it was like, what? Because I don't follow the drama. I don't, and I don't want to follow the drama. I don't want to get involved. But I was just wondering if any of else, if this.
I don't know what's going on because I've been off in my own little world trying to be creative.
He's actually been trying to do something.
That's right. He's been working. Dang it. What's up? Hey, Bethany, how's it going?
Because I have ideas brewing and things I want to talk to people about.
Yeah,
and, I'm working on more portfolio pieces. I'm trying to make little videos of what I work on for Hero.
Guys,
I'm trying to post more regularly on Instagram. So
I'm
not watching stuff and I'm not reading tweets. I get on there to look and maybe retweet something I like. Yeah. And when I see the noise, I go, I don't know what this is about. I see a bunch of people I like arguing, and I go, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I noticed that a Commodore kind of slipped into the chat. How's it going, man?
Hey, did somebody said that they were me by comic?
Not yet. The store hasn't been open. It's only open Saturdays and Sundays. So.
Right.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah, the whole drama thing, I've been watching that. I'm kind of getting on out of the whole, I guess, culture war. But here's my take on internet drama. My life experience, this is the only one good thing I can get out of my life experience.
Yeah.
If drama is being sold as real and it's too damn entertaining, it's probably because it's all staged and like WWE.
Good point.
Yeah, have you seen the 2016 election? It's like they were announcing a wrestler.
Well, I tried to convince Avery to get into a public fight with me on one of our live streams in order to drum up drama for people to come and watch to see if we would continue and so forth.
Yeah, it works.
That wouldn't exactly work because Avery's already fighting him.
we fight all the time.
Yeah. Well, most of the time it's you idiot. I told you not to do that. Look what happened when you did it. And it's like, I know.
It's me telling Andrew not to do something. Him doing it anyway. Going, I told you. I know. Stop saying I know.
Yeah, you don't believe how many times he's told me that recently. So,
just be like, yeah, man, it's cool. I got this shit handled. That's all you got to say.
Phrase I know is like, okay, if you knew, then why'd you do it?
I always know after the fact. That's my thing.
Yeah. He doesn't. Okay, he'll say something like, you know what? I'm thinking for this next Indiegogo there should be a tier where I stick a fork in a light socket and hold it with my mouth. I'd be like, yeah, dude, that's a bad idea. I don't know. Sounds pretty good. Then when he's in the emergency room, hey, dude, you know what I mean? It's stuff like that. Because he goes, you know what, Avery, you don't know what you're talking about.
I honestly have not come up with that one yet. I didn't come up with that one, but now that he's given me some ideas.
But still, I was like, you know what, to do a really good printing of the book and to get the cost down, you need X. And he'll be like, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, I've only worked in a print shop and run a printing press, and it lets us for thousands of dollars. They don't even turn those things on. That's why to print one book. To print one book, your proof copy, it's like $200. But if you for one book, but if you print 3,000 of them, it's suddenly $10 a book.
Yeah.
Or $5 a book, depending, if you go to 4,000 or 5,000 copies.
So how's it going, everybody out there? Is everybody having a good Friday so far?
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay. Well, I went and took my wife and showed her what the store looks like for the first time. I mean, she saw it very, very early on when it was still under construction, so she hadn't seen it put together. And the only big takeaway she took from it is she said she thought that I was going to put the drawing table at the front of the store so that people walking by could see me working. And I was like, honey, I've got no room for that anywhere. And she says, well, I see that now, but that's what she had originally thought my plan was, to put the drawing table where people could see it.
She didn't understand the size.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she knows the size of the drawing table, but she didn't realize the size of the store.
That's what I was referring to.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, she knows what this is. So we spent a good amount of time today finishing, straightening up and cleaning up the house because my mother-in-law was doing the walkthrough today with the guy who wants to buy the house. And they made the arrangements to come by around 4. So me and Jen and the dog left around 3:45. And we just ran around, did some, running around, and took her to the store, went by and paid a few bills, and came back home when they were gone, and everything seems to be going well. From what I understand, they're closing on August 1st, so that was our original time frame that we were working with. So it means we're going to have to get out of here by the end of the month and the end of next month. And I hate moving.
It's a pain in the butt.
Yeah. I don't know.
Why are you moving?
Why are we moving? Because they're selling the house we're living in. Because the old lady, my wife's grandmother, is running out of money to fund the place that she's living in, and they have to sell her other assets, which include the house.
Oh, she's moving, not you.
No, she's already in she's in an old folks home.
Oh.
And we've been living in her house ever since then. Or actually before then, because we moved in to take care of her, and yeah, we always knew they were going to have to do it. It's happening quicker than we thought it was going to happen. That's okay. Oh. But that's okay.
What was that?
What's what? It was me deep sighing because
that was a very feminine high sigh.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I thought that was this.
No, he went. Yeah.
Bethany's asked me a question. She asked me, did they move the truck? The truck was still there.
Oh no.
So
it's time to go crazy.
No, what that means is the management couldn't find the key, and the guy hasn't come back.
Yeah.
So.
Because he had a death in the family or something trivial.
Yeah. So. Well, I'm going to rent the storage unit that we need tomorrow after I'm done with the flea market, and we're going to start moving some of the stuff out of here into the storage unit. So it's going to be my life for a little bit, is moving.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but not only am I moving me, I'm moving my wife, and I'm moving my daughter, and I'm helping move my son, and then we've got to help with Granny's stuff. So.
Well, don't you want to just leave them there? They come with the house, right?
Don't I wish it was that easy?
So you downsize and upsize and same size and what?
Technically we're downsizing because we're going from a 3-bedroom house to a 2-bedroom apartment, but we're upsizing in the fact that there'll be 2 toilets and 2 showers in the apartment instead of 1. There'll be AC that actually works throughout the entire thing. It'll be less bug infested because this house is just so old and creaky and filled with every manner. So, I mean, we're going down in size, but we're going up in quality. Let's put it. That's the best way to put it. We're going up in quality. So, and we are looking forward to it. We want it to happen. We're looking forward to moving, but it's just really fast.
When you move into a house and the dishwasher doesn't work.
Well, see, we don't have a dishwasher currently. At the the plumbing here is really, really bad. The sink stops up all the time, and
you've probably got some old.
Oh, I know we do.
That are like the airflow is like the part of the pipe that goes up to the ceiling.
Yeah.
For air, for suction, is probably rusted out.
I've actually been on top of this. I've been on top of the roof and sent the snake down. So. Oh, hey, Tank. How's it going, man? Tank's out there listening while he works. Well, very good. Well, I'm talking while I work, so it all works out.
You're always talking.
That's not always true. I do sleep.
You probably talk in your sleep.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask my wife about that. I don't think I do.
I can't imagine you ever shutting up.
Maybe like during those 8 hours a day, he just needs a rest. That's why.
Yeah. I'm too tired. I'm too tired to even sleep talk.
Well, I don't think I talk while I sleep. I mean, there's a chance I do.
If I talk in my sleep, chances are I'm waking up from talking to in my sleep.
Now, my wife, she will talk in her sleep because I've woken up and had whole conversations with her, and she doesn't remember it. No. I mean, I've gotten permission from her to have a 3-way, and she doesn't remember that at all. And I know she said, just kidding.
Oh,
wait, you haven't done that yet?
No, that will never happen. That's not something I have any desire for whatsoever. It's just a long-standing joke that I have with my wife.
If he fails every time he tries to be edgy.
Sorry, I tried. Bethany says, I raised 3 kids with no dishwasher and 1 bathroom. They are traumatized. Ain't that the truth? Well, the new place should have a dishwasher. And otherwise, we have 3 dishwashers. Their names are Ayla, Michael, and Raphael. But guess who does all the dishwashing in this house?
You.
Yep, me.
I knew it.
And it's kind of because my office is closest to the kitchen, so it kind of becomes my thing.
Yeah, I was just gonna change.
They know if they just leave it, you'll eventually get sick of it and do it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what happens every time.
Yeah.
That's how I do it.
Yeah, well.
It's time
It's
to beat some people.
At least my dog loves me, man. At least my dog loves me.
Only because you feed him.
Yeah.
That is true. I had a conversation with my wife last night, this afternoon, where when he was sitting in my lap while I was driving, and he's so well behaved when we go driving. He puts his little head on the windowsill, and he just looks out into the, he looked like a dog, like a perfect dog, and he's so well behaved. And my wife says, "Well, that's because he's your dog." And I said, "Well, no, it's because he loves me." And she goes, "That's because you feed him." And I said, "Well, you can feed him if you like." She's like, "No, I'll leave it up to you."
She doesn't want him to love him.
She's trying to tell you to stop anamorphizing things.
Yeah. What's really weird is I feed the cats too, and the cats don't love me at all.
Leave it to Andrew to anamorphize.
Anamorphize?
I knew I was getting that wrong.
It's anamorphin time.
Yeah.
It's morphin time.
Yeah, it's morphine time.
It's morphine time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a party. Oh man, when my dad was alive, one of the things they gave him, and they just gave him tons of them, cancer patients. Mm-hmm. It was a time release morphine tablet.
Ooh. You told me about that. I've never known anybody that's had those.
Ooh, yeah. He was on a morphine pump.
But yeah, but Jen has a morphine pump, so.
Yeah, but they gave him.
Did they send him home on like a hospice type thing?
No.
Oh.
They just treated the cancer and sent him home. And he lived for years after that, after the treatment. But the treatment almost killed him. Like he was disabled in life after the treatment.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
His bones were real brittle. Like the last few years of his life, he had to live with a broken collarbone. They're like, we can't fix it.
Oh damn!
His bones are too brittle. Like one side of his neck was just caved in, where they removed all the so much tissue. You got getting the throat cancer.
Yeah, we went through that with there's 2 family members I'm thinking of where you just when they finally pass away, you're almost like, as much as this sucks for me, it's better for him. And
yeah, he suffered.
Yeah.
Like his last several years. No, he wasn't on a pump. He had a feeding tube, and they gave him a morphine patch for pain, and the tablets were for breakthrough pain.
Imagine a morphine patch to quit addiction to morphine.
Yeah, and he had liquid morphine. They just, dude, and he was on what's the drug for depression that starts with the L?
You're killing me. I have no idea.
It's something like Prozac, but he was on that too.
Lithium?
No, it's for depression.
Hey D, how's it going?
It's something like Prozac, but he was on that too for his post-traumatic stress.
No.
And so, he was on so much stuff, like painkillers, and antidepressants and things like that. It's like if you, a healthy person, took all that, you would die. It would kill you.
Yeah.
Like
Lexapro.
Die.
Jimmy?
What's that?
Lexapro.
Maybe.
It was a long time ago. So
Yeah. My dad died like 7 years ago or something like that, or longer.
Oh, it doesn't. I mean, they say the mantle of a man is outliving his dad, but I'm sorry, that doesn't ever go away. You still.
It's just.
There's always a question you want to ask your dad, like, you know.
I took one of those morphine time release tablets one time. Damn.
Yeah, and it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, it's a 12-hour time release tablet. I understand how people end up drug addicts. I get it.
Yep. Yeah, that's why I stayed away from certain things.
Exactly.
Definitely. Me was I never really ran the risk of like morphines or downers. It was always uppers.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I stayed away from them.
You even stay away from coffee?
Oh, I drink like 9 cups a day. I'm on my I'm literally I'm on my 6th cup.
Yeah, coffee's delicious. It's
Yep.
Yeah, drink it black like a man.
See, I don't drink coffee. I don't take.
Yeah, I'm a black coffee drinker. Yeah, I don't like any of that crap in it. Just give me black coffee and ice.
I like that stuff in it, but it's just like it has to have the right kind of stuff in it, and it's just a lot easier to have it black. And
for me, that's like a dessert, though.
Yeah,
it's like
I like it all. It's like black coffee, good.
Yeah. 5-hour energies.
Coffee with lots of cream and sugar, good.
I just like coffee with milk because that's how I first took black coffee. Is like I had it with milk because all we had was fucking milk to have it with it. I was like, oh, that stuff is nasty. I might as well have it black, and I had it black, and it turned out to be pretty good.
Guys, let me check I think my wife went to go get my dog. She's been home 10 minutes and she let the dog out.
We let the dog out. We finally know.
Woof, woof.
After 20
it's been long enough. I actually did not see that joke coming.
Commodore is the new Rick Piper.
I
bet you he would have done that one.
I don't know who.
He called you Rick. He called you the new Rick Piper.
That's actually pretty funny. Well, you know what I don't have today to share with you guys?
Peeps.
I don't have Peeps, and I don't have new comics either. I never made it to the store after Wednesday. So I don't have any new comics to share with you.
Hey, that'd be interesting if you ordered Peeps directly from the company, and then you could sell them in your store. You could have Peeps all year long.
He can order them on Amazon by the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's coming. Oh, guess what my son got me? Guys, I am so freaking excited. I've asked him. I've said,
well, that made me excited.
I've told him that I have a store that is comic book based, and I have a connection to a movie theater. So I need to get more movie posters, right? Guess what he brought me?
Something for a really awful movie.
The Detective Pikachu movie poster.
Oh,
I'm so happy.
I was correct.
It doesn't sound awful. It's Ryan Reynolds.
Well, this is the one, I don't know if you saw in the poster, where it's got Pikachu. He's really small, like right in the middle, and it's like a city scene. And his shadow is like the lightning bolt, and it's gorgeous. It's huge, and I love it, and I can't wait to. I went by Walmart earlier today, and I forgot to pick up a frame for it, but I'm going to get a frame.
You'll never guess what beat Toy Story 4 in Chinese cinema box offers.
Pikachu.
What movie was it? Oh, I forgot the name. I know who made it, but I forgot the name.
What?
I forgot the name.
Well, who made it?
Spirit Away. Miyazaki film. Spirit Away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Spirit Away was actually just released in China.
What, just now?
Yeah.
That movie came out
like 18 years ago.
Yeah.
Better late than never. And it beat Toy Story 4.
Well, I would rather watch Spirited Away versus any Toy Story movie.
Okay, now I've got to get some clarification.
The trilogy was perfect.
Now I've got to get some clarification. Mike told me that the re-release of Endgame is only going to have additional footage at the end of the movie and not new footage in the movie. Have you guys heard that?
I haven't heard anything about it because I don't care.
You mean
I know.
Ending?
What's that?
You mean a post-credits ending?
Yeah, they're going to add like 6 minutes of extra footage at the end of the movie, not in the movie. Because I thought it was like a new release with additional content inside the movie. But he was telling me that he had heard it was only at the very end, and he, the projectionist guy, the manager of the projectionist, was going to show him what was on it, and he ended up having to go home sick, so he didn't get a chance to do it. So Mike missed out on his opportunity to see it ahead of time. But he's pissed. He's pissed. I said, "Why are you so pissed?" He says, "Guess what my schedule is Monday night?" I said, "What?" He says, 8 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. And I said, "Why?" And he says, "Because we're doing midnight screenings of Far From Home. Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man movie." I'm like, "Oh, damn, man."
I thought it didn't feel so good.
Well, he
Oh,
hates
you'll
midnight
never guess what's
screenings.
coming to the Blu-ray. A 50-year-old TV show.
What's that? Oh, hold on a second. We're sharing a link. I'm going to go see his link.
Limited edition. It's limited to 50,000 copies.
50,000 seems like a lot. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? The complete series. Really?
Yeah. I saw one of the episodes, the one with the Black Knight in it. I saw it on like Boomerang, and you can see like the film grain. You can see the cheapness of the animation. It looks amazing. I love it.
That's actually very cool.
That's cool. It's not
really cool. Yeah.
It's not $74 cool.
Yeah.
It's like $50 with shipping.
Especially with the Scrappy Doo thing, like that automatically makes the value go down.
It's $50 including shipping. Cool.
See, it comes with a book. It comes with a mansion and this shitty Scrappy thing. Oh, that's Scooby. Never mind. It was like Scrappy for a second. Never mind. It just added value.
All right, well, hold on a second. Let me share it with everybody so they can see what it is we're talking about. I'm sure they... my screen. This is what I'm sharing. Ta-da! This is what we're looking at. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? The complete season on Blu-ray. So that's good.
Yes, I want more Hanna-Barbera on Blu-ray.
I'll see, it comes with all the stupid stuff, you know, the stupid little stuff that I don't care about. Like, who needs a little Scrappy-Doo pop figure?
No, that's Scooby, actually. That's Scooby.
Oh, that's supposed to be Scooby? Oh, it looks like Scrappy.
S-O-O-B-Y. S-O-O-B.
Gotcha.
I thought that was Scrappy for a second. Never mind.
See, it's got the boxes.
It would like lose automatically $20 in value.
The box it comes in is a spooky old house. I mean, that's kind of cool, but where are you going to put that, you know?
Well, there's a lot of collectors that have these premium box sets. Like, some of them actually have like a huge like Tolkien case.
You guys want to see like the... Oh, wait a minute. I've already packed it up, I think. Oh, I already did. I have the Blu-ray Steelbook edition set of the Harry Potter movies that Best Buy released. And then they re-released them in the 4K edition. So I'm glad I got them in the regular editions. But they came in a box set, and the box had individual places for each of the Steelbook cases. So when you put all 8 of them in there, they're like in this nice little box.
Did you grind up in the powder and snort them?
No, I did not grind them into powder and snort them. And I haven't been able. I didn't make it by Best Buy to pick up the Cinderella release on Steelbook, but that's happening. It is happening, guys. So expect that to come very soon. I know you're all excited, but yeah. Bethany says it's expensive, way overpriced. Yeah, I agree with you a lot there. All right, so I was working on this layout for this Demon Hunter page, and I actually have the story idea in my head, but I'm going to do the first page first, which is these two Demon Hunters kind of just walking through the forest and just having a good old time.
They're the same race, apart from that.
What's that?
Apart from being the same race, they're not related to Hero, right?
No, they're not related to Hero. They're not the same race. Actually, one's a ferret, the other's kind of a bear. So,
they do look the same, though.
Well, they're not. One's big and fat and round. The other's kind of skinny.
They still look the same. Maybe
yeah. All my characters are starting to look the same. I know.
Maybe when Avery colors it in, it'll probably look better.
Are they good bears?
No, one's a ferret and one's a bear. They're not the same race.
Draw the ferret guy's nose slightly pointier.
Pointier?
A little bit more of a point, yeah.
Okay, I can do that. This is just a layout. This is just me playing around with where they're going to go.
Yeah, just
is that bear a Kodiak?
No, the bear is not Kodiak.
Damn.
But actually, I could call him Kodiak, but he's not really a Kodiak bear.
Arthur.
They have alternate covers for the hardback omnibus of Tomb of Dracula. Some of them are really expensive.
Wow.
I mean, there's one that's like $300 for one of them. Another one that's going for like 400 and something for the first one.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
I just want the basic ones, man.
Just be.
Does Kodak realize he muted himself? Maybe forget to mute himself. I don't know.
Oh, he's dealing with his wife, I think. But Avery, be patient, because whenever they do something that's related to Dracula in the future, Marvel will reprint that crap and make it and mass produce it and put it out there. You know they will. You know, whether it be like a Blade movie or something, anything that's related to vampires. You know.
Really new.
No, trust me, they'll put them out again. Marvel is very much a take advantage of the situation and flood the shelves.
The price right here for this one for volume 1, $65. That's good.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad
for a hardcover omnibus. That's not bad, man. That's worth it.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
You say look at the bad thing.
No.
I love these. You know what? There's I kind of remember seeing this on the shelf back when, but they did this years ago. Day of Blood.
Mm.
It was like one of those prestige format books.
Right.
But I wasn't into Gene Colan then when that came out. When that originally came out.
I wonder if they have. I got to check real quick. Well, I'll check in just a minute, but I think they have something Gene Colan related coming out as a new artist edition.
Oh. Well,
yeah, I think I remember seeing something that you might like. So
it's there's a good chance it's either Dracula, Daredevil, or Iron Man.
Yeah, good chance.
It's probably one of those. Ugh. Is it Dracula? Is it too much Dracula?
I don't know. I'll check in just a minute. Let me finish what I'm doing.
What are you doing?
I scanned in the layout sketch that I did. I'm going to resize it because I want to make it a little bit smaller. But
yeah. I scan in stuff all the time like that. Scan in sketches.
Yeah. Right, 1 second.
I'll scan in a thumbnail sketch, finish it, then print it back out as blue line. Because it's easy. It's easier to pencil and do layouts and adjust sizes. Like if you get the scale wrong for one character to another in your thumbnail, it's easier to fix in Photoshop than it is to erase it and redraw it on paper.
Is it IDW that does it? Oh, here it is.
Yes, they do this for the companies.
All right, it wasn't what I thought it was. It was Hellboy.
Oh.
There's a Hellboy and other short stories artist edition, There's the Screw-On Head and Amazing Curiosities Artist Edition. And then the other ones were Miracle Man, America's Best Comics, and a John Byrne Marvel Classic Artifacts Edition. That looks really cool.
Yeah, that would be cool, but none of those say Gene Colan.
Yeah, I know. You know what I think it was? Is I remember seeing the John Byrne stuff and thinking that it was, I mean, not that I can confuse those two, but I knew it was like one of these old masters and one of those guys that,
Yeah.
I'm a bigger fan of Gene Colan than I am John Byrne.
The Ancient Wizards.
They kind of were, weren't they?
Yeah, very much so. Does Dynamite do those too, or was it just IDW?
I think Dynamite does make them for some people. I think like the McFarlane ones are like, because McFarlane's either has done or is doing another one, and I think Dynamite might publish those. I believe.
Yeah, I don't think I saw any in this latest previews.
There's one out there for the Max, dude.
Oh yeah. Nope. It's definitely not Boom. So
The Misfit Corner. Would you show for other indie comics makers? Like, I'm talking about ones that aren't your friends.
you mean just anybody?
Like like maybe like the big players in the indie comics community.
Sure, we chill for anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to come on, we'll have them on. We've had a couple of people come on, crash our show, and had a good time with it. Yeah, I don't mind.
We talk about all the stuff we want to buy from the bigger guys all the time. That's chilling. We're like, oh man, I
like selling the comics there.
Oh, hey, Dillard's in the chat. Hey, man, how's it going? And he's not using all caps. He's not screaming at us today. It's so good. It's so good to have a nice, calm Dillard in the stream. You know, it's nice.
I'm saying like they supply with comics and you sell them there.
Oh, I guess he would.
He says,
"Hey, I got something new. Something new and good."
These guys are kind of all over the place, aren't they? Yeah, well, that's the way the show goes sometimes. We get distracted by the smallest things. Look, squirrel.
Oh, where?
See?
Squirrel.
I was thinking about doing another drawing for something for the store, kind of like the Raven. But I need ideas. I need some ideas. You guys want to give me an idea, something that might be sellable?
I keep all my ideas to myself, man. You can't have my ideas. Gold.
How about you give me an idea instead of me taking one of yours?
My ideas are too good to share with the likes.
I have an idea.
You know what I could do? I could do like a Todd McFarlane tribute to that Hulk cover, with the one with Wolverine and the claws.
No, dude.
Yeah, I could do that.
I beat you to it.
No, I don't think so.
I already beat you.
I have an idea for an idea.
All right, tell me your idea.
Well, my idea for the idea, it's called the idea. IDER.
Deer, yeah. We're from Jacksonville. We recognize that. Idea.
Not DEAR.
Yeah.
But idea. It'll be like the Apple version where they would overcharge for it. And like it would have Wi-Fi, of course, because it'd be the internet deer, the idea.
This is the redneck iPhone.
Yeah.
Actually, I came up with an idea for a storyline that I may want to delve into sometime in the future.
Yeah, he just now from your thing.
No. This is earlier today. But I'm not going to tell you all about it because you might steal the ideas.
You just got charpered.
Oh, I'm sorry, Commodore.
He's gonna take your idea and be like, "No, I came up with this." And he's gonna not even remember.
You drawing a deer?
What are you talking about? I have no clue what you're saying.
The idea.
You have an idea?
Yeah, the idea.
Yeah, the idea.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I'm confused, but I have an excuse. I wasn't here.
You want to hear from my idea of an idea?
No,
Yeah.
I have. No.
Yeah, no. Andrew doesn't understand that you're making fun of the way some people, especially Southerners, say idea.
No, I'm not. I didn't spell it IDEAR. I spelled IDER.
Yeah, I got the idea. I know you do.
That's great. Sorry it took me so long, guys. We got talking to my neighbor. He's anytime you get a chance, he's just awesome to talk to. He's almost 80, 2 times retired from the military. Just a great dude. And he was telling me how he's like, yeah, I had to go to the hospital for gout. He's like, so I told that doctor, you better give me some weed. I was like, you're awesome. And it was kind of funny because we was just talking about something like that, and I was just like,
whoa. Oh, that's a thigh. Never mind.
What?
Never mind. It's a thigh.
Playing with an idea.
He's playing with an idea.
Yeah, I got this idea. And it's an idea.
You're trying too hard.
Actually, I have an idea. I have a story plot line that might be led into a larger storyline. It's not an idea. Now, if I say I have an idea, it's something I took from Commodore.
You can use my idea.
Oh, thank you. But it's a magic-based story that I don't know. It's something I think I don't know.
Guys,
I don't know.
When is TampaCon?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
I know you don't go to cons, but if you hear me out, this is not for the con at all. Elliot and Ben were talking about it today, and they both Ben's got table, Elliot's got the whole booth thing they're doing for Big Bridge, and help me out. The guy that I thought was somebody else, Avery, big time, been around the comic industry forever. The writer. I just can't think of his name. I can see his face right now.
Chuck Dixon?
Yeah, Chuck Dixon. So they're like planning
August 2nd to the 4th.
Oh, cool. So they're planning to go out, hang out at the con, and then go out to eat and do that Ben Henderson stuff. And they was like, yeah, we should get anybody who's comic, he didn't say Comicscape, but you know what he meant. And it's like anybody invited, it's like, oh, dude, that would be great to hang with. Like, I think it would be overwhelming for me to hang with Elliot, and then right next to him is Chuck Dixon. And not only that, to watch, he even said, I haven't got a chance to hang with Chuck Dixon outside of a con. And I'm just like, all those names you read when you was a kid, all of a sudden you're starting to talk to, like, and I don't know.
Chuck Dixon several times.
Have you? What is he like? I hear he's kind of like Ben.
Oh my goodness, they're gonna have Barney.
He's really friendly, dude. He's really friendly. He's really personal. You can just talk to him like a normal person.
Very cool.
Just talk to him like a normal person.
But I'm not normal. How do I do that?
I don't know. He's really knowledgeable about politics.
Talk to him like he's a normal person, not you being. A
okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. We know you're broken.
Yeah.
Chuck's just a normal dude. He's just an everyday normal Joe. Yeah, you're nuts. It's fine.
It's like there's you're from Jacksonville. We know where you come from.
I think
we are aware.
I think Dillard's making fun of me in the chat.
He sent out an invite to his stream, and I clicked on it, and it like did this ghost thing, and I couldn't find the stream. I couldn't find whatever.
He says, "Draw Skunk Girl, but draw her good. I don't know. Like to see before I die. I'd like to see it before I die." Oh, okay. And then he says, "Draw a story for me. A story."
That's meant as a dig at Manny.
To dig at Manny. Not dig at Manny. Tell me a story about this Skeletor chap with the red eyes, with this guy beef, and why he's staring me down. Oh, he's talking about Avery's drawing.
Yeah.
See, if I was going to do a Starfire drawing, I'd want to put her in her classic George Perez.
Starfire?
Yeah.
I thought you said Skunk Girl.
No, I'm working on a Starfire drawing now.
Oh.
I'd put her in the classic, George Perez costume.
Yes. somebody. I'm hearing shit.
Somebody's sticking their tongue to a battery.
That's fun.
No, it's not mine. I thought it was my cord.
Stick it to a 12-volt. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that.
Is it me?
Evan Von Scriber says, I clicked the link too, and Dillard kicked me immediately. Hey, has anybody seen Evan? Usually he's here by now.
Who?
Evan Von Scriber?
Oh, he just got here.
Well, he hasn't said that, so.
I know.
Von Scriber fan.
I haven't seen him.
Yeah, I don't think he's officially here to where we could read his chats until he announces that he's here. I think that's part of the deal.
Got here. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to let us know he's here before we can actually acknowledge that he's here. See, we can tease the other way, you know.
What did you say a minute ago?
What?
What did you say a minute ago?
What did I say a minute ago?
Oh, God dang, dude, you say things. Andrew will say something and you ask him, like, I don't know what I just said. What?
What?
Screw you, dude.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, you idiot.
What did I say about what?
You know what? Never mind. Just, oh, God.
Oh, Evan says he's not here yet. Give him 1 second.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about him behind his back why he's not here.
I cannot wait to just quit this freaking hero project.
Why?
Oh, God.
What kind of marker is that?
Dude, is that character got a name yet?
What character?
The one you're working on.
No, this isn't a character.
Well, it's just a piece, right?
Yeah, it's just a doodle, dude. It's a digital doodle.
Well, a lot of great things. Look at Frazetta's Death Dealer. It was a doodle.
Oh, SpongeBob, he was a doodle.
Was it?
Yeah, he doodles on a napkin.
Huh.
Did you guys hear about Frank Frazetta's Egyptian Queen painting?
No.
Broke a record for the most money made in an auction for a comic-related piece because it was originally published in Eerie magazine. $5.8 million.
Holy heck!
Oh wow!
It is now the record breaker for a comic-related piece of art. The one where it's the Egyptian queen up against the pillar.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know the piece.
Not many of those.
I'll be right back. This time it'll be faster. I promise.
Especially when you had Satanic Panic back in the 40s and 50s.
Take your time, dude.
That's why we got the CCA. I hope they bring back the CCA because we know which comics not to buy.
What?
If they bring back the CCA, it's owned by the big comics, so therefore they would only approve of stuff that they want to be sold. But I want the stuff they don't want to be sold. So I know which not to buy. Everything that has the CCA emblem on it. So every comic that doesn't have in there, I'd buy it.
The comic authority gotcha.
Yeah.
That's when they went wrong. They kind of went wrong with that by getting rid of that.
Feels like Black Canary. Who's that?
What's that?
Is that Raven?
What, that I'm drawing?
Yeah.
It's a layout for a Starfire drawing.
You
That's
don't
the
draw Starfire.
No, I don't know how to draw Starfire.
Why are you drawing Starfire? God, you're always copying me.
No, man, this is an original idea I came up with just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, it's nice Starfire. I can see a skeleton that looks real good.
Andrew, how do you write?
Oh, thank God, that's awful. Oh, I was worried.
What?
What's up? What do you think, Cody? I'm
What
sorry.
did I miss?
I looked at Andrew's drawing and I said, "Thank God, that's awful." I was worried.
That's just wrong, Avery. That's just, I mean, that's really, really wrong.
I know. I apologize.
But you're using Sharpies.
It's just for the layout.
Yeah, I'm just putting ideas on where to put everything.
You know what?
How do you cover it?
Stick it, Andrew.
What? I'm not coloring it. I'm just doing a layout.
Oh, I see. It's okay. Gotcha. When you're writing, do you write as you draw? How do you do that? Do you
want to know my secret of how I create a comic?
No. Just the writing part. The actual dialogue, the actual writing. How do you do that part?
I would have to explain the other part first.
Okay.
So what I do is I sit down with my writing partner, Michael, and I say, okay, this is where they start, this is where it ends, and these are the points that have to happen in between. Hero is born. Hero faces the snake and goes on his adventure. In between there, we got to tell you how he gets his name. We got to tell you about his parents. We got to tell you about his journey. We got to tell you about where he's going, and then we get there, and then we take each section and we go, okay, here's what happens. He's born, and he gets his name, and who is involved in this? His mom is there. His Granny Aura is there. His big brother Brock is there. Okay, so we got the characters. We got the characters that are going to be there. Now we need to make sure we point out the fact that Granny Aura is a soothsayer. She's a fortune teller. She can see the future, whatever. And she sees that he's going to be the greatest hero the world's ever known. So we need to make sure that line is in the book. It's okay, cool. Now they live in a forest within a valley. The valley is protected somehow. We don't know exactly how just yet. We'll expand on that later. But he's born, he gets his name, and then he grows up and goes out on his adventures. And then I sit down, I start drawing. That is all the writing we do for the entire first book of Hero. It's not until I'm done drawing it do we sit down and say, okay, what's the dialogue that's in between this panel and this panel? Now this is where you say, you do what? You don't write anything down at all before you start drawing this thing. You don't even write down a single line of dialogue before you draw the first chapter, the second chapter, the third chapter, the sixth chapter. And he doesn't. How I do it is totally different than how anybody pretty much in the comic world would tell you how to do it.
Yep.
But it works for us because I see the book visually, and that's how I write it that way as well. And yes, it does cause problems because we run out of space.
Is there other comic creators that famous that do it that way?
Kirby and Lee did it kind of
yeah, Kirby definitely he riffed.
Lee would say, okay, we want him to fight. We want the Fantastic Four to fight Dr. Doom. And Kirby would go, okay. So he would draw pictures, and then Lee would come in later and say, okay, this is the part where he says this, and then he says this, and he would add the dialogue after.
Oh yeah, that's classic. Or saying, I want the Fantastic Four to fight God, and then all of a sudden you get a new character out of it, Galactus.
Yeah, well, that's how some comics are done.
I'm glad you pointed that out, because I didn't see the parallel until you mentioned that, but that's exactly how they used to do old school comics, which is kind of
they would just give them a guideline on what was supposed to happen.
But you just made me have this strong feeling like some people, not all, some people just let them have their thing, if they wanna really put the whatever. But maybe some people overthink it some at the first steps, and doing it that way is especially since the art sells the book.
It's possible. Sometimes some writers want to get too wordy,
and
the whole world should be hung on my every word and every thought. It's like, I'm going to explain all this stuff I'm thinking about writing this. It's like, it might be better if you just let people figure it out on their own. Show, don't tell.
Exactly. I'm going back to trying to write again after trying to teach myself to draw for so long, and I noticed that I have this almost. God, I don't want to say all those words. It's like I can feel the amateur in me, but I can feel the also busting out to tell a good story in as few words as I can.
Amateur flow through you. Do not hesitate. Show no mercy.
It is a thing.
Yeah, I'm a bad example on how to write a comic book. So, but,
Yes.
But to be honest with you, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4,
Isn't
5 graphic
Isn't the
novels.
bad examples always the ones that
Hear
made?
about the tragedy of Darth Kirby the Wise.
Well, no, the point is that you got to find what works for you. You could take an idea that I give you. You could take an idea that Avery gives. You can take an idea that you read about Kirby and Lee.
I smell
and
weed.
make your own.
Mm-hmm.
I smell the strongest odor of weed right now, and I know there's absolutely no way unless we got some new neighbors in the back, maybe.
Boy, you know how to derail a conversation quicker than Todd
Dude,
does.
you didn't get. I'm in my office, and we have all the we have all the windows open. So you would have to know how big a deal this is. This is not something that we could possibly smell. And that's straight. That's straight. They're burning herb. That is thick.
Maybe should ask them for a hit.
They're Italian. They're just cooking that sage.
That is like now you know why I'm having to. My wife just went outside too, and she smells it apparently as well. It's thick. It's like a cloud. It's like smogged out in my office all of a sudden.
Is it like stinkweed?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's skunky. And we're not talking skunk here because this is breathable. I'll be right back to figure out what this is. This is wow.
I breathe it.
Now, my daughter introduced me to that smell, so I know what it is now.
Oh yeah, you do now.
There was a time where I had no clue.
You're an expert now. Now you know.
No, I don't think I'd say I was an expert.
Now
you need to study, man. You should get Kodiak, and maybe he could show you the ropes.
No, okay. Years ago, Andrew was exposed to it and had no idea.
You had no idea what it was. I just figured it was guys being funky. Because it was a college dorm room, and I just assumed people were being funky.
Oh, not bathing? Doing poor hygiene.
He didn't know what the smell was. Because it's Andrew.
Hey guys, y'all live in Jacksonville. Have y'all gotten any rain? Because I know we're at 75% less than ever.
No, not recently.
Are we under a burn ban? No, legit.
Are you gonna call the cops on your neighbors?
No. Why would you?
He's gonna call the cops. There's this really wicked bad burning smell from next door.
They do. No, you don't understand. This is the jackass that has called the cops on me on everything. Yes, I will do it just for revenge. It's like I finally have something.
Yes, snitch on the snitches.
Snitch on the snitches.
All right, I don't like this drawing.
Why not?
Why not?
It didn't come out the way I wanted it to. But
Well, too bad.
so I'm debating whether or not I'm even going to try.
No,
to rework
she
it.
does have kind of a derp face.
Well, let it be derp.
Yeah. Well, that's because I'm at a.
I think they heard you.
I'm at a bad angle.
That's what she said.
I'm at a bad angle. I should have gone more up than down.
No, so I've stopped drawing to watch Andrew's process. I'm a huge fan of Andrew's process. I've tried to emulate it when I'm drawing, try to make my strokes and move my arm the same way.
Oh, I know how you can fix it. Put a blunt in her mouth, and then they'll explain.
Uh-oh. Did Avery just step on his foot?
No.
Was it me? Was it me?
Yes, I'm trying to copy his strokes. I'm just like,
Oh, damn.
you know, I should have gone more up and then down. I'm trying to copy Andrew's strokes. Just like,
Oh.
I'm dying here. There's some
Guys,
awesome jokes I want to make.
Bethany, I need to apologize once again. We have gone down the deplorable rabbit hole again.
Degeneracy rabbit.
The degeneracy rabbit hole. Yeah.
I've told y'all before, she could probably school all us.
Yeah, I
if
know,
she wanted to.
but honestly, she's the only one I feel bad about for what happens and how quickly it turns and goes the way it does. You know, I mean, there may be other ladies out there in the audience, but
Bethany's the only awesome one.
she's the only one that lets us know, hey, I'm here, and we're like, oh God.
Because that's a better face there.
It's even a worse face. God,
that's an improvement.
I haven't drawn women in so long.
Again.
I'm gonna draw it again until I get it right.
Is that like comic book size tracing paper?
17 by 14, so it's a little bit wider, but it's the size of the paper that I use for Heroes. So.
Yeah, I've recently realized that I don't like the size of comic book paper. It's not wide enough. It's not thick enough. It needs to be. It needs to have some girth.
HICC.
It's really not about the length, but the girth.
Go to 12 by 18.
What the hell, man? Come on.
Go to 12 by 18 and do a A4 format books.
Bethany says you should have watched DQ Fan Edition last night. They went PG++ really fast. Oh boy, I didn't get it. I usually watch it the next day, while at work, and because I had to leave work early today to go for my son's dental appointment, I didn't get a chance to do it. So I haven't watched anything from yesterday.
So A4 format is what size did you say?
8.3 by 11.7. It's the European format for a lot of stuff.
Hey,
like 2000 AD maybe?
I don't know.
Maybe, possibly. Okay, I wrote it down. I got it. I'll check it out.
About, like the European graphic novels and stuff.
Yeah, like Judge Dredd.
I've never seen Judge Dredd in a European format. I've only seen the American stuff.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go head off. I got somebody to talk to.
All right, call me.
All right, later.
Have a good
Take it easy, man. Have a good weekend.
We'll see you in a bit.
If you come by the store, I'll give you a discount.
What sides is the old Epic and Eerie comics and Conan comics and Vampire?
Magazine size?
Yeah, the magazines.
Yeah,
the magazines they're pretty close to 8.5 by 11. It may not be exact, but a lot of magazines are typically around that.
How long was it before you had to stop looking at pose reference, Andrew?
I still look at it, please.
Yeah, you never stop if you never stop doing it.
Yeah, but
all the time, but you never.
I don't think he's looking at it right now.
No, I'm not looking at it right now, but
cartoony animal people.
Well, even this is kind of a little bit cartoony. So I'm just trying to get the proportions I want right. I'm trying to make the image sexy, but also cartoony at the same time.
Yeah, but also for little kids. You freak.
So, what do you guys think of this idea of me attempting to pitch something and work with Kyung Lee?
It's up to you, dude.
Question is, does he have time to do it?
He probably doesn't. He probably doesn't. But it's like I was telling my wife about this last night.
Pay him, I mean.
Oh yeah. That's the thing. We're here's the thing is we should be out of this dump and in a few months time. I mean, it's there, it's coming, it's just not here. So we're suffering the losses that and the hole we already dug ourselves into. Once we get out of that, I have some things that I want to, and I definitely want to, if I can throw it. This is why I kind of hate going to the auctions. I see art that I know I want to, or I talk to other people about things of that art that I want them to work on, and I know that I will or could have the money. I just don't know how much right now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of frustrating, but that's the thing I'm looking at, and I have this anime styled thing It's beautiful in my mind, and I think the only person who could do it is, and that's the way I think of things. Like I wouldn't give the Scorpion's Tail to Elliot Fernandez, even though you guys know how much of a fan I am, but it wouldn't be a kind of book that his art would would synergize with. But so I have this story, and I'm like, man, that's got Kyung Lee all over, but it's also something he hasn't done yet. So I don't know. I know. That's I wanted to start talking about this stuff online, so you guys was.
I think the biggest problem you're going to have with doing work with him is the fact that he's very, very busy with the stuff he's already working.
He's got.
Because isn't he also working with the umbrella guy on his thing?
Yes, he's doing the littlest umbrella right now. That's
Yeah.
That's a neat little thing. And you know what? I thought I wouldn't be interested, and then I was like, I'm doing what I did, even if I'm not interested. I'm a fan of these guys, so I want to promote. Mm-hmm. And then I started looking at it, and I'm like, man, this is kind of neat. And I've made myself a fan. Now I want the book, and I have no of those funds I'm talking about right now. So
yeah. I know what you mean. Although before things blew up, I did back that. So
amazing. You're gonna have to share that online or on your stream. Do a unpacking or something.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I wanted it to. I really like Tug. So I'll give it a shot,
I like his accent. I think it's not too southern, but it's pleasing. Does that make sense?
Hey there.
Yeah. God, that was pretty good.
Hey there.
Yeah. I swear to God, all these guys, they're like, yeah, you look exactly like I thought you would look like. And I'm always like, these guys, like Malin, he doesn't look anything like I thought my visual was of Malin. I thought skinny white dude.
I kind of knew what Malin looked like for a while,
mm-hmm.
but it wasn't a shock to me.
Well, I started painting myself in a different direction when I seen that picture, but I knew it was an old picture. So I knew he was kind of like that kind of white dude, like we used to hang out with. It's like that kind of alternative music white dude.
All right, I think I'm happy. I'm happier with this sketch so far. I'm kind of taking the Teen Titans Go costume and kind of
Andrew,
making her
why no curls though? And this goes with everybody straightening her hair lately. Why though? I mean, it's a legitimate question. I'm not like cutting. I'm just like, why is everybody?
This is just a layout. This isn't the finished drawing. So chill, man, chill.
But no, I'm asking because this is. I mean, it's straight hair. Don't you think Starfire and you think curly hair?
That's because it's a layout.
It's not you. I said that. I said it's like everybody who's drawing Starfire lately has been drawing her with like straight hair because I've been looking up.
I didn't.
Oh yeah. See, he didn't. This is why I like to ignore those because I don't have the money for them. It brings me back to those pieces. You know what those remind me of? Those remind me of the ones that he doesn't do it that much, but people used to commission Elliot to do like two pieces that they could hang up, but there was two different pieces and they would connect. So that Starfire and Raven, I'm just like, that's got to go to somebody together eventually, So.
Yeah. Who knows? Right now, nobody wants it.
I don't think that's it. I think it just hasn't found the audience. I think it's the same old recycled couple people. And that's not anybody's fault. It's summertime. There's not a lot.
Yeah.
There's not a broad audience right now. We have our network. But can't really judge the art. But Rick has I would put him up against Nasser anytime and vote Rick. You know what I mean? he's got that same kind of push on things, and you're like, yeah, Rick, that's not gonna work, and then he makes it work. So I like Rick for that auction a lot.
Yeah, I like Rick, dude. He's a good dude. He cracks me up most of the time.
Yeah.
With his silliness. I think he's just a good-natured person.
I'm kind of getting lost on Andrew's hand movements here, like I said.
Is that what you like about me, Avery? I'm a good-natured person.
Who said I like you?
See, there you go.
You can't bait Avery with a trying to get some love.
Yeah. It's like okay, you got your hand out, reach for kindness for me. What is wrong with you? Have you not met me before?
There is an auction that
I did not make.
There is an auction that I did not make because I wasn't able to make it in time. That Avery, and I quote, Andrew is my best friend.
I was making a point in an argument. I wasn't being
no, I don't.
I was speaking hyperbolic.
See how quickly that rebuttal came?
I don't care of context. I heard it. I heard it, and I went, and I immediately texted Avery as soon as I heard it. It was the next day. It was while I was work. I went, oh my God, I'm your best friend. Yeah, it was sad. I'm pitiful. I am sad, pitiful, lonely. I'm all those things rolled into one.
God, dude, I accidentally there's this. Oh man, this
dude.
I just pulled up this meme of this dude lighting a firecracker out of his butt, and I'm just like, wow.
Classic.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Oh my God, dude, it turned his butt cheeks black. It burned his butt cheeks, dude. I'm sharing this to you right now. I thought it was. No, yeah, it was Malin. He retweeted it. He retweeted something from Hold My Beer, and it's perfect. I'm gonna send it to you. Look at the butt cheeks; they actually go black.
Okay, let me stop sharing. Are you gonna tweet it at me?
Yeah, I'm gonna tweet it. You can do it now or later.
Twitter paid it.
Twitter paid. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Now I accidentally put it on mine.
No.
How do you do it at somebody?
You just retweet and put at, or you tweet it as a direct message.
Okay, I see.
If you just want to DM it, I think that's how the Twitter works.
Yeah, everybody hates Twitter. I learn things by the fact that I just keep going back, but I don't actually try to learn the Twitter. Yeah, I just put it to your page.
Okay.
Yeah, Middle America must be a lot like the South.
Yeah.
Because everything Malin is like, dude, you just don't know it. You came from Florida. Until he starts talking about gators and how scared he is of the idea of gators. I'm like, my wife just took a picture of a gator the other day, and she was a lot closer than I liked her being.
I'm scared of gators too, but I don't go near them. If I was gonna, I can't. It's because I don't have what I would want on me to go near them.
Okay, I
can't afford to buy one right now.
I think I'm happier with this layout. I kind of did a little bit of, oh damn, sorry, I crumpled up that tracing paper near the speaker. Sorry, Avery. I know how much you hate that.
Well, it's annoying.
Yeah, I know.
Especially when you do it repeatedly for a long period of time.
I'm sorry. As soon as I realized I was doing it, I stopped, okay? Damn it. As soon as I realized.
Well, you didn't do it for a long period of time. The other day, you were just like, it was like a marathon.
Yeah, well.
It was like the crumply and it was tracing paper too, like the louder crumply papers.
So when this is actually done, this will be like a companion piece for my Raven that I did. I kind of combined a couple of different costume designs.
And you know the part that really that sucks? I mean, it's good for you. Your two will sell. And I'll just be sitting there going, oh, okay, I suck.
Well, what's his?
I wish you would give her a mouth instead of like a line.
Like that?
Or and maybe
Man,
Starfire.
Mike has got me addicted to the 3 Ps.
What are the 3 Ps?
With your lips. Have you heard that before?
No.
It's the dude. When he said this, I'm like, oh, and it's 3 Ps. One, two, try to make them. Is it like that? And then you draw your lips over the 3 Ps, and it's. I'm trying to do this fast so I can give you the idea.
No idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, and he said it. He said it like everyone knows it, and I'm like, I've never heard that before, but it makes such sense. And then slowly the 3 Ps disappear, and you got.
Oh, I'm getting called out here. Dillard just wrote, "Let me know later if they ever acknowledge the chat." Oh, goodness gracious! Let me go back and see what's been going on.
I can't
Get him, Dillard.
I don't have it up. It's Andrew's channel. It's his job to watch the chat.
Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm busy drawing. All right, let me go back a little ways.
You're busy ignoring your chat.
Oh, hey, look, Eagle came in. Hey, Eagle. He's probably been here for an hour. Sorry.
They're probably all gone, and you're talking to nobody.
Oh my gosh, this keeps going and going. Oh my gosh, they were having a whole conversation. I wasn't.
Oh Jesus, Andrew.
All right, let me go back to the beginning. I am so sorry, guys. So let me see.
Bethany, this is why we need Rick Piper.
All right, shut up. Bethany says morphine is nice, and then she says it's expensive, way overpriced. I think she was talking about something else at that moment. And then Dillard says, "Hello, Misfit. Kami illustration of Commodore's already gone."
Yeah.
Guys, I am so sorry. We're bad at this.
No, you're bad at this. Your channel.
Yeah, I know.
Your job to look at the chat.
Bethany says, "Hey, John." Dillard says, "Hello, Bethany." He says, and he's writing in lowercase. So I mean, that's really cool. Is the fact that he's not yelling at us and screaming at us. These guys are kind of all over the place. Hey, Bethany. And then he says, "Draw a skunk girl. We'll draw her good. I'd like to see that before I die." Oh, okay. Draw a story as old as time itself and the magic and romance.
Earlier, that's the reason I said that's a shot at Manny.
Oh, okay. Dillard says, "Tell me a story about skeleton chap with the red eyes." Oh, that's about Avery's drawing. As I clicked on the link to Dillard, kicked me out immediately. Oh, they're talking about his stream. He said, "Okay, tell me something. I was trying to do a live stream and nobody wants to live stream today." Then Evan says, "I didn't get here. I didn't get here yet. 1 sec." It's hilarious. Dillard says, "I had the link active for live for a half hour. Then Evan says, "I just got here." Oh, good to have you here, Evan. Very good. Dillard then says, "People don't want to live stream unless they're chilling. I'm just trying to play Scribbio and give some crap away." He says, and then Evan says, "I want to play Scribbio and win free stuff." And Dillard says, "Right." Then Dillard says, "Maybe I should give away that bondage drawing I did late last night on D&Q. Oh boy, I'm going to have to go see." Then Evan says, "I just don't stand a chance at being the scribbattle master. Says I want to do my very best like no one ever was. To beat Dillard is my real test." Oh, these guys are great.
By the way, as somebody who's been in your chat before, you read chat sucky. Every time he reads it, know that he's missing a word. Just know.
I know. That's the reason. You know how I remember I used to help with the chat?
Yeah.
I got sick of it because he doesn't do it.
All right, guys, I'm getting it. Okay.
If you're trying to talk to Andrew in DM messages where it's a group thing and he's not responding to you, yes, I see it, and no, I don't tell him because I got sick of being his answering service.
Yeah, he used to text me at work, says, "Hey, man, you need to go check out your own Twitter chat because somebody asked you a question and they're still waiting for you to answer it."
Yeah,
I'm like,
well, I got sick of it, so now there are people in different chat rooms that think Andrew's snubbing them. But he's not. He's just stupid and doesn't look. I'm letting it happen. The same with the chat here. I just let it happen.
All right, let me go back and finish this. So we got a little bit ways to catch up. There's probably something good here. Dillard says baby steps, and then Evan says to outdraw him is my cause. Dillard says don't set yourselves up for failure. Maybe start with Misfit. Uh-oh, I'm getting slammed somewhere. Evan says I will scribble across the land, and then Dillard says they work your way up to Avery, then Malin, then Miller, then Von Scriber, then Ditko, then Dillard. That's a nice little pyramid there. Evan says graffiti.
Hey, wait, was your name on that pyramid?
I was at the very bottom.
Okay.
He's gonna take on Misfit, then Avery, and then up from there. Yeah. So graffiti far and wide, and then Evan says, "Whoa, you think you're better than Ditko?" And then Dillard says, "Think?" ? I've never been unsure of a thing. And then Eagle jumped in, said hello, and everybody said, "Hey Eagle, hey Eagle, hey." Dillard says, "What Eagle? What do you want?" Oh, he went to capitals. So Dillard thinks he's better than Ditko. And then Eagle says, "I don't know, John. I don't know." And he says, "I want to know if the Chuck Dixon G.I. Joe run is good." And Dillard, who starts yelling, says, "This guy Evan is over here telling me I suck at the draws." And then Eagle says, "Well, we all can't draw Pokemon as well as Bullet."
Oh, I know what all that means.
I have no idea. So
yeah, he had this epic stream the other day, which was and this is a pretty fun game. And he said, "Yeah, you guys can add some ideas to it, but it's win, lose, or draw." Remember that, the '80s, us '80s kids. And I don't know the Steve Ditko. Now I love me some Steve Ditko, but when
I'll admit I was never
John Dillard's stuff lately. It's pretty like.
I was never a Ditko fan. Absolutely was never not of his early stuff, not of his later stuff, none of it. But I've learned to appreciate some of the mastery that the guy did.
Exactly. But that's apples to
he did,
comparing, saying, it's like, I don't know. Well, that's too deep.
All right. Well, let me go back to the chat then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then Eagle says, "Well, we all can't draw." Okay, wait a minute. You always, and then Evan says, "You'll always be second to Ditko, Dillard." And then Eagle says, "The Geo dude was amazing." And then Dillard screams and yells, "I know how to draw the best pokes." Evan says, "Laugh out loud." And then Eagle says, "If only John could draw Digimon." Oh, God. Digimon are awesome. And then Evan says, "Ditko never drew pokes, Dillard." And then Dillard says, "Don't finish that drawing. Her face is bad, and you should feel bad." I sure hope he was talking about the other one. Well,
no, he was. Yeah, he was. He was talking.
And then he gave me a down thumb. And then Eagle says, "Ditko drew aliens from other planets. Pokemon are aliens." Bethany chimes in, says, "Laugh out loud." I'm glad they didn't scare her.
Oh, is Dillard the mysterious one thumb? I have dubbed. There's a person around Comic Skate, and it's all its affiliates, that there's just one dude, and especially with these low level ones that have maybe 11 people who watch live, there's this one dude, even my videos, who will come in and down thumb, and you're not a big channel, so it's somebody and I wonder, is it Dillard?
Oh, well, I'm down. Somebody gave me a down thumb already.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I'm like,
That's so sad.
Well, there's a lot of people that hunt the videos and do it for all the videos. I'm not actually thinking it's Dillard.
Yeah. All right. Well, here we go. Evan says, "What about me?" And then Dillard says, "Bethany left a long time ago." And then Eagle says, "Yeah, what about Evan?" And then Bethany says, "You should have watched D&Q Fan Edition last night." And then it says, "That went PG plus really fast." I remember reading that, so I was at least paying attention to that. Then Eagle says, "Drawn Quarter Fan Edition was rigged." Oh boy. Dillard says, "I was testing the limits to the plus." And then Bethany says, "Best line of the night from Chester. Even fat girls need lovin'." I have heard that is definitely a truism. Evan says, "I just got here." Oh, I'm so glad he finally showed up. Dillard says, "The best line from Bullet, who said fat girls don't deserve love." Oh, that's mean. And then Dillard says, "Best line of all time was from Dina, who said something like, 'What you doing? You're inking. That's a gooting.'"
Where is Dina lately?
I don't know. Dillard then said, "Keelung sucks. stay away from them. Evan says, pitch something to Dillard. Oh. Dinah is creating a new language, says Eagle. And then Dillard says, don't tell me nothing. Then Dillard says, I don't know why we even respond to these guys. They don't read the chat.
Jesus,
I'm sorry. Heck,
they don't even know you're reading it now.
Dillard knows better than anybody else that a lot of the times the chat is conversations between people in the chat. And the people on the stream aren't always...
And Elliot Fernandez read every last one of their chats.
Yeah, well...
Your channel, you're supposed to pay attention.
I understand. What am I doing right now? I am getting caught up and paying attention. So be quiet and let me finish.
Show you.
And Dillard puts a smiley face, and then Evan puts a up symbol, and then Bethany says, I know, and then, they're all agreeing with him that we don't pay attention to the chat. I'm sorry, guys. Not really. Dillard says, so what are you guys up to? See? Conversation between the people in the chats. Then Bethany says, just seeing how long before someone reads the chat. I'm so sorry. Not really. Then Eagle says, because you don't do the Pokemon picture game, John. And then Evan says, I'm playing Scribblio. Bethany says, but I have a couple of model Gundams to work on tonight. And then Eagle says, Evan, I downloaded the TMNT game you linked to D Live. It's really fun. And then Dillard says, are you going to go on the Model Citizen? And then Bethany says,
so you missed that. You missed that. He said...
They complain that we don't pay attention to the chat.
This is my chance to call Dillard out. You misspelled it. Whatever you said. What he said was Kyung Lee sucks. Stay away from him.
Yeah.
Fight me, Dillard.
Okay, good. I don't know if he's still here, but let me finish.
I don't think so, because later, way past where you at, he's like, I feel abandoned, and he's like, peace out, y'all.
Let's see. I think I saw the YouTube that JP wasn't doing Model Citizen. Bethany says tonight, and then Evan says Eagle. It's cool, but a little buggy. Dillard says Twitter. Why announce that there? Question mark. Bethany says I don't know. Only reason I have Twitter is to get messages. Evan says pound or hashtag cancel Twitter. Oh my God, did I actually say pound? Then Eagle says buggy like what? Then Evan says the hit boxes are a little wonky for some enemies and levels. Dillard says I need Twitter to send hangout links. Then Evan says like the time Dillard canceled Scribble Battle Masters. And then Eagle says yeah, that's right, the jump attack hit boxes are weird. Then Evan says I'm surprised no one has figured out that you can't send hangout links through Facebook. Bethany says, see, they're still ignoring us. I'm sorry. Evan says, we are the forgotten children of Misfit Corner. Bethany says, you can and can't, Evan. Then Bethany says, hand movement again. We still need practice. Ha, ha, ha. Evan says, can't. F Facebook redirects to something else. And then Eagle puts hashtag remember the chat.
Yeah, guys. Yeah.
All right. All jokes aside, you have a Apple. You have a Mac, right?
I'm almost caught up. Let me just finish with this because this is funny. And said then Bethany says we should leave and see if they notice. Oh, that's so mean.
Yeah, guys.
Dillard says I feel abandoned. Bethany says ew, and then Evan says I have abandonment issues. Dillard says I like prom. It's like prom all over again. Ooh. Eagle says chat status abandoned. Dillard says, yeah, let's leave. These guys ignore the chat more than EVS.
Oh, that's low.
Yeah, that. Okay. Hold on.
He's like, He said, that was.
Wait a minute. Remember the chat. Okay, I feel abandoned. Abandonment at prom. Then EVS, laugh out loud. See y'all on the flip side, says Dillard. Then Evan says, I think they started ignoring the chat when I turned the Pokemon theme song into the Dillard Scribble Master theme. Then Dillard said, peace out. Evan said goodbye, and Eagle clapped or waved the hand. I guess that's a hi or bye. And then Dillard came back in again and says, let me know later if they ever acknowledge the chat. And then Evan gave us a thumb up. Then Bethany says, we left. And then Evan says, gone. Bethany says, he's not sorry. Eagle says, hello again. Evan says, laugh out loud. Evan says he's going to sing it. And then pound sign, or he said it again. Hashtag, Evan says, Evan has great ideas. Ditko is greater than Dillard, who's greater than Kirby, says Eagle. Evan says, we need to chat more so he feels bad about how far behind.
Whoa. Whoa. Did he put both Dillard and Ditko above Kirby?
Yeah, he put Ditko above or greater than Dillard, greater than Kirby. So he put Dillard.
No, well, that's.
I know. He says, Evan says, we need to chat more so he feels bad about how far behind he got. Eagle says, Ditko is a superior to Kirby. That's a conversation. Eagle says, the question is amazing. Forget Mr. Miracle, says Eagle. Evan says, the question is the bestest. Let's see. Then Eagle says, the question is greater than the new gods. The question is greater than Etrigan. And the question is greater than Dillard. Wow. Then he says the question, and then, wait a minute. Eagle said the question is greater than the new gods, and the question is greater than Etrigan. And then Evan said the question is greater than Dillard. Then Eagle says the question is greater than any Kirby character. Ooh, dang. That's a little rough there. Yeah. Or any other, he says. I feel abandoned. They are taking too long. Evan says, hey, Dillard, I think they're reading the chat. And Eagle says, Kalatu is greater than... Oh, who is Kalatu? Oh, Kaluda is greater than Kirby.
Oh.
Evan says hashtag... Wait, guys. Evan says hashtag #. Then Eagle says, Dillard, they insulted Pokemon. They are all Digimon fans. And then Bethany says, keep typing. So he has to keep scrolling. All these guys are they're just punishing me now.
Good.
Evan says, Evan says, I can't type fast enough. And then he says, I'm on my phone. And then he says, talk about Gundam models. And Bethany says, I have 3 of them. And they're really cool. Caught up.
I have some Gundam models somewhere.
I'm caught up. I'm on top of it, guys. I'm really fun. And then Bethany says, and fun to build. See, they're having conversations amongst themselves. They're not talking to us. I have never put together a Gundam model ever in my life. I've always wanted to. I like the finished product. I don't like.
It depends on which ones. I mean, I have the ones that are basically they were like the action figures at the same time. You just put them together.
Right.
They look exactly the same.
Are those the ones that had the snap-on pieces?
Yeah.
Not the glue kind, right?
No, they snapped together and they looked almost like to the blister pack figures.
Right.
Just snapped them together.
And they kind of moved like a figure.
Mm-hmm. I have. Well, at least I had a couple of them. I don't know if I saw them.
Really early in our marriage, I had a whole shelf of them, and me and my wife got in one of our early arguments as that starts to happen, and I slammed the whole shelf and crushed every last one of them. And I had a pretty good collection of them too.
Putts.
Yep, exactly. 1,000. Can't even remember. See, can't even remember the argument. Can't remember how much of a putz I was.
Well, I can almost guarantee. Evan says he's just trying to justify neglecting us. Guys, you know I love you. I care for you. But I'm bad. I'm just really bad.
That's the reason I don't pay attention. I don't have my phone up anymore. Is I'm trying to teach him to pay attention to the chat. That's the reason when you guys say something in DMs and stuff, I don't say anything to him.
So what you're saying is you're watching the chat. You're seeing them ask me something that might be vital. You're not saying anything to me to see how long it takes me to figure it out.
No, I even stopped watching the chat. It's your deal.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it anymore.
Well, I really need a person moderating, keeping an eye on the chat for anything that's important.
You need to pay attention to your chat.
Well, that's what I was saying. All jokes aside, Hangouts is about to go away. We all need to start trying to learn some OBS, and you have a Mac, so you might be able to push it. I don't know. Something to think about. I know it's another thing to learn, but
I have OBS.
Is it a big? I mean, is it hard to learn?
I don't know how to get multiple people into OBS, but I can.
Yeah, no, me neither. I don't know if you can.
No, you set something up through Skype or something, and then you.
Okay. It's just so much to learn, and it's another program, and I'm like, ugh.
Well, we may have to. Well, YouTube keeps pointing us towards something else, telling us what's going to replace it, and I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
I thought these didn't come out until '93. They came out 91.
Which ones? Those comics?
The comics, yeah, but the figures. I thought the figures didn't come out until 93.
Weren't those based on the cartoon?
Yes. Well, no, couldn't have been. Nope. No, they weren't. They were based all on toys. Toy Biz took it. As a matter of fact, this line is probably what pushed that cartoon. Like, we have something here. Because a lot of people, well, actually, our generation, a lot of people do know it. It's actually common knowledge that the reason the 80s had so many 30-minute cartoons, 30-minute commercials, was because they relieved a law that said you can't advertise to kids in that way. So all of a sudden we had a flood of He-Man and Transformers and stuff like that. In the 90s, they reneged on that and they slowly did it. So this could be one of those instances where they released the toy line first and realized they had an audience for that cartoon, which I believe maybe that was what came out in 93.
So Evan Von Scriber just sent me a link to a document that he put out called Evan Von Scriber's Guide to Boomers Who Can't Stream Good and Who Want to Learn to Do Other Stuff Good Too. By Sir Evan Von Scriber III, OC, Do Not Steal.
I can do good.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I was using OBS when I first started streaming. Before I started doing Hangouts, it was just me on Twitch or just me on YouTube.
Guys, I hate to interrupt you, but I need to read the chat. I need to update on the chat, okay?
You're just being facetious.
Oh, you turd monkey.
Bethany says, you have to buy me a $300 perfect grade Gundam to make up for it then. Only if I get to keep it when you're done putting it together. And then Eagle says, so anyone read G.I. Joe comics? Oh, absolutely love G.I. Joe comics from the 80s and the 90s, not anything that's not Marvel sucks. OBS is the best, says Evan.
Dixon stuff wasn't that bad.
Well, I'm thinking like anything from like issue 25 to the mid 80s were good, you know?
Hey, Andrew, my kid wants to show you his latest Sonic drawing.
Very nice. Is that Sonic with horns?
It's Sonic with horns.
Very nice.
My kid knows more about the Sonic world than I will ever know, so.
Well, see, Avery, I hate to have interrupted you, but Eagle had pointed out that that the chat had been abandoned again, and I wanted to prove to them that I did not abandon the chat. And then Evan puts, I almost said # again, #SadChat. These guys need my attention. They are here because they need my attention, and I'm giving it to them. Just like you instructed and said I should.
Well, you sort of need them.
Eagle says, looks nothing like the Sonic movie character, and that's a bonus.
Oh, yeah, that godless abomination.
I always wondered why Elliot would stop everything to read every little chat. Sometimes I would feel guilty about writing something, but it does make you feel like part of the conversation, and it is a big thing.
Yeah, like once somebody has like hundreds of chats going by real fast, you kind of understand why they stop and only read super chats.
Yeah.
But when you've only got a few people that's just scrolling by at a pace that you can read, you should try to address as many of them as you can.
This document looks very cool, Evan. I'll definitely check it out and read it and see what's happened with it.
I want to know what this means. Like, back to this picture of all these toys. Like,
hold on,
I was old enough to play.
Hold on a second. Evan just pointed out something that I need to address. He says, I'm feeling a lot of pressure now that Andrew is watching us like a hawk. Don't look at me.
Every one of these figures had something that was so obnoxiously wrong with them. Guess which figure? There's only one figure that I did not have. Now, I was old enough to play with them. You guys were older than me, so y'all weren't playing with toys.
No, ours stayed in the package.
Believe it or not, yeah, I actually have several of those that are still in the package.
I might buy those from you, like legitimate.
I know I have a Magneto, and
he had the magnet hands, which was gay.
I think I have a Colossus, but I have to double check. But
Colossus with the blue hair and the hands that was like, "Get me." I did. I wonder what this says about the generation. I didn't have Scott Summers. I didn't have Cyclops. I had every I was looking. I was like, look, I procured.
Scott's a tool.
Apparently, I didn't know that, but apparently, I knew that.
Yeah, exactly. Scott's a tool.
I had Nightcrawler, Storm. Oh, I had all of them. Not.
Nightcrawler in that group is like the best person out of all of them.
Yeah, he could stick on your refrigerator or your car, whatever.
No, just like the character as a person.
Oh yeah.
You notice that both the Scott Summers and the Cyclops and the Archangel are X Factor figures?
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder if they came out with more of those. I don't remember. Whether there was a Beast within the X Factor.
The Beast was the Beast figure they came out with this line, which was like, I think it was line 2, was one of the first really cool looking figures. When this came out, you got them because you knew they were X-Men and you knew what they were because you were around comics books, but you did not get them because they were cool at all.
Oh, you know what? I forgot the fact. Apocalypse was also an X Factor character.
Yeah.
He was big in X Factor. He wasn't in X-Men at the time.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that created Archangel.
I got that book. I was going to grab it down, but it's up on the wall.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second.
But did she ever wear that costume, like, except for, like, once?
Oh, no. She wore it a lot. She actually.
Oh, okay.
Hold on a second, guys. Evan, do you see me watching you? I'm watching.
That's creepy.
I'm looking right at you right now. Put your hand back on top of the thing. Stop. Don't do that.
Oh, guys, I have to go. I get up pretty dang early. I get up at 4:30 tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I need to go ahead and wrap up.
It's late.
We've actually been going more than an hour. Evan says I'm scared.
Okay, guys, before we do go, Avery, like all seriousness, before we go, if we can focus over on my screen real quick. Andrew, I'm sure you'll approve.
Okay,
if you look over, let me figure out my boomerism and get it.
Watch me going crazy.
It's flashing right now.
It's going through the portal of. Can you see what I'm looking at?
Yes, we're seeing.
We have a
a Twitter something on Twitter from Malin.
a community friend of ours. He's got a death in the family. We all know how that can be. It's John Malin. Just go over there to his Twitter, check it out. If you want to do something, this is always hard, and this hits close to home to, I'm sure, all of us. But to me, I had a cousin that died a few months back. I had no following. I tried to do something because for some reason, trying to bury somebody is extraordinarily expensive. Not only do you have to go with the overwhelming thing of losing somebody, but you have to also bury them, and that costs for some reason. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to share this out. Remind you guys.
Yeah, if you guys have an opportunity and can, please go check out the GoFundMe. Mm-hmm. The information's right there on the screen.
The fact is, he's never going to see this. He's not going to know we did this. He's not going to know we shared it. It's not about that.
Yeah. Well, there's people that are left behind, and that's right now. That's more important.
Yeah. Amen.
So,
all right, Andrew. Thank you.
No problem, Kodak. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
But before we go, I just want to say goodnight to everybody out there in the chat. Know that I care, I love, I appreciate, I respect, and I'm watching. Evan says I'm scared, and Bethany says she'll protect him. And then Evan says I just got here. Well, which is really weird since we've been talking to me the entire time. And then he said thanks, Bethany. And then Eagle says the question is greater than Wolverine. That is another conversation. Because I think the question is a fantastic character, but there are other characters that are much, much more interesting than the question. So that's actually a conversation we should have at some time, another time. And then Bethany says, just bury me in the backyard. All right, hands down, that's done. Everybody, when Bethany passes, we'll just bury her in the backyard. Sound good?
Under the window, under the roses.
Yeah, plant a tree over her so that when the tree gets hit by lightning or a hurricane blows it up, it pulls up the skeleton and freaks the crap out of everybody in the neighborhood. That is a goal. That is a life goal.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. 100 years later.
Oh my God. You guys remember this commercial?
No.
Silver Surfer on a jet ski.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for coming by.
Good night.
Have a great weekend. See y'all next week.